Hello, mighty miners and other friends joining us today. This is Mr. Keith with Mr. Keith's Content. Today for Mr. Keith's Content, we're going to be exploring science through day and night during Chinese New Year. Now, it's that time of year where we say goodbye to one year, 2020, and say hello to a new year, 2021. Here we do that on the night of December 31st into January 1st. The Chinese New Year is going to be different. They're not going to celebrate theirs until February. So let's see what some of the differences are between how we celebrate New Year and how the Chinese New Year is celebrated. Science vocabulary. The sun. The sun is the star that is nearest the Earth. Did you know that the sun was actually a star? It just looks bigger than the stars that we see at night because our sun is so much closer than all of these stars are. They are much farther away, so they look much smaller. The sun gives light to Earth. Moon. The moon is the brightest object in the sky at night. The moon is easier to see at night than it is during the day. Star. A star is an object in the sky that gives off light. On a clear night, you can see stars in the sky. Phase. A phase is how the moon looks from Earth. The moon looks different as it goes through its phases. Telescope. A telescope is a tool that makes objects in the sky look bigger and closer. A telescope can help see details on the moon. Crater. A crater is a dent on the moon's surface. There are many craters on the moon. Shadow. A shadow is a dark shape made when an object blocks light. There are many shadows on a sunny day. Chinese New Year begins. Chinese New Year is a holiday. People around the world celebrate it. People say, Gong Hei Fat Choi, to one another during Chinese New Year. This is a wish for good luck. Chinese New Year often begins with a lion dance. Chinese New Year is also called Lunar New Year. Luna means moon. You can see the moon shining above the bridge. The Chinese New Year celebration lasts 15 days. It starts when the moon can't be seen. It ends when the moon looks the brightest. Dragons are important in China. Do you see the moon in the sky above this dragon? Phases of the moon. The celebration begins on the new moon. The moon can't be seen at all during a new moon. Here are the moon's phases. People see different parts of the moon that are lit by the sun. The celebration ends when the moon is full. Light from a full moon can fill the sky. And so if we take a closer look, we can see the phases of the moon. It starts with what's called the new moon, which means the moon is completely in shadow, and so it's hard to see. And then, as the days go on, more of the moon will be in the sun's light, giving us the ability to see it more. So here we see a crescent moon, and then as the days go on, we will see half of the moon, the first quarter moon, and then we will go into a gibbous moon, which means we're going to see most of the moon, just not this far side of it. And eventually, after 15 days, we will see the entire moon in the light. And then we start the process backwards. So we then go to where we start to see less and less of the moon until we get back to what's called the new moon. Day and night in China. Day and night happen every 24 hours. The sky is usually light during the day. Often the sun shines. As day changes to night, the sky changes color. At night, the sky is usually dark. The day sky. You can see the sun in the sky during the day. The sun gives light to Earth. There are parades during Chinese New Year. People in the parade block the sun and make shadows on the ground. The night sky. People sometimes see the moon during the day, but it is easier to see the moon at night. The moon might look bright against the dark sky. The stars might look bright too. People can use a telescope to see the moon and stars. They might see craters on the moon. They might see a closer view of the stars. Chinese New Year ends. The celebration ends with the Lantern Festival. The full moon is in the sky. Some people carry colorful lanterns. Some sing songs and dance. People eat sticky rice balls. The rice balls look like full moons. Fireworks light up the sky. They look like bright, colorful flowers. People celebrate the new year. Chinese New Year always ends on a full moon. Conclusion. Chinese New Year begins with a new moon. People might see stars. They cannot see the moon. People celebrate for 15 days. Chinese New Year ends with a full moon. Think about the big ideas. What can you see in the sky? Go outside, maybe in the daytime and at night, and see what you can see. What can you observe about the sun? What can you observe about the moon? Well, I hope you learned something new today about a Chinese New Year, and think about the differences that they celebrate compared to the way we celebrate New Year. Until next time, friends.